Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our latest episode of Members First. Today I'm going to be chatting with Kaylene Ledger. Now, Kaylene is our Region 12 advisor, and we're going to find out more about what that means for you and me as Toastmasters. But first, a little bit about Kaylene. Kaylene joined Toastmasters in 2003 in Canberra because she was afraid to get up and speak in front of two people. Originally from Victoria, Kaylene spent 26 years, I think it was, in Canberra, but now she's gone home to Victoria. So she's not even a Queenslander for District 69, but she's still very important to us. Kaylene is very passionate about the member experience and developing future leaders and speakers. She's a mum to two cats, Magic and Dream. So if you see a couple of tails wandering across, you'll know who that is. Now, Kaylene retired from the Australian Public Service after 26 years and then started her own coaching business. She's a certified holistic life and career coach, a certified world-class speaking coach, and she's also a published author of 2 books, including Speaking, It's Not Worse Than Death, and From the Heart with Tears, Plan and Delivery of a Heartfelt Eulogy. So I promise you this is going to be a very interesting chat today with Kaylene. So welcome, Kaylene.
Thank you, Barbara. And I will say, before we jump into it, I have been a member of District 69. I was part of DHS Brisbane, which is now your now Service Australia Brisbane Toastmasters Club. So I have been part of Brisbane, or Queensland, even though I have only been there twice.
Right. Okay. Well, that's great. Thank you. And I know you were instrumental in assisting to start that club. So, Kaylene, is there something else about yourself you'd like to tell us before we move on to Toastmasters?
Yeah, like you touched on the fear of speaking, and that was the main thing that drew me to Toastmasters, was not being able to speak in front of more than 2 people. And that Toastmasters helped me. I came in through Speechcraft, like a lot of people, and eventually joined the organisation. What kept me was having mentors that pushed me to take on the leadership stream, which is something that I recall when I was really young in the public service, maybe 3 years into the organisation. A leader said to me, one of my bosses said, "You'll never be a leader." Well, Toastmasters proved that wrong.
Well done, well done. And yes, you are. You've got an impressive title as the Region Advisor for Region 12. Now, if I remember back to my days when I first started in Toastmasters, I'd never really heard of the region. So I guess there's some people who don't know anything about a Region Advisor and your responsibility. So would you like to fill us in about the role of the Region Advisor?
Yeah, the Region Advisor role's been around for, I think, about 10 years now. And the world of Toastmasters is divided into 14 regions. And each region has a representative on the board. And our current representative from Region 12 is Leslie Storkey, International Director. And depending on the size of the region, there will be 1 or 2 region advisors. So if there's 9 or more districts, they will have 2 region advisors. If there's 8 or less, there will be 1. And we are in Region 12, which we have 8 districts, and therefore there's only 1 region advisor for our 8 districts. Our 8 districts include District 17, your District 69, District 70, District 73 and 90 from Australia, and Papua New Guinea for 69. We also have District 72, and District 112 for New Zealand, and District 87 covers East Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia. So my responsibility is to support the district trio, being the district director, the program quality director, and the club growth director, as well as the public relations manager, and helping them all to achieve the district mission and to have a successful leadership experience as a district leader.
Mm-hmm. And I can promise everyone that, yes, Kaylene is very, very supportive in her role. And I really appreciate that support. So, Kaylene, what's the best aspect of the Region Advisor role?
The best part of it is being there on the sidelines, I'll say, with our district leaders. And to put it in perspective, if we talk clubland and you have a new member coming in and they experience Toastmaster for the first time, and you see them deliver their icebreaker and they navigate through level 1 and level 2, and you watch their confidence grow as they become comfortable with the Toastmasters world, the communication and the leadership, and they start to break through and develop their skills. District leaders, we go through the same. They're navigating a new role. They're in a new position. They will come to the party like our members to the club. They'll come to the party with experience and wealth of knowledge already, but they're doing it for the first time. So it's like that new member walking into a club when you become a district leader and you're in a new role. And in the clubland and even in this experience, just being there and being that small part of their journey and watching them accomplish, or what I'll say, overcome challenges that they weren't expecting, to achieve things that they didn't even think was possible, but also hearing them talk about the connections. And that's what, I think it really is in Toastmasters. It's the connections that we build, and hearing the district leaders talk about their connection with their members and positive experiences and these aha moments. It's often, as leaders, we don't know the impact that we have on other people. And the beauty of Toastmasters is that members often do at some point tell us the impact we've had. And then when the leaders share that with me, it just gives me goosebumps, and it just makes me so proud of them and what they're doing and what they're achieving. It truly is the highlight, that member experience and watching our leaders grow.
Yeah, that's great. So the other side of the coin, what's your biggest challenge as a region advisor?
Right. Okay. Can I answer this in 2 parts, if I may?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go first with the personal challenge. As region advisor, I attend peer calls, and that is a call with all the other 21 region advisors around the world. And because we're around the world, the timing doesn't really work for Kaylene. As much as I am a bit of a night person, I also like to sleep in the morning. So I've got this challenge with late night meetings, and that would be probably my biggest challenge. And the reason why, it's not so much that, so currently, because I'm in Victoria and we have daylight savings, please hold your grudges and your groans, but I've got daylight savings. So that means my meeting's at 1 a.m. at the moment. Come April, when I'm back to normal time, it will be 11 p.m. and that will be so much better. But it's not so much the actual time. It's the after the meeting time. if you attend an awesome Toastmaster meeting and you've watched people give fabulous speeches, maybe you've given a speech and you walk out there, you know that high feeling that you're on when you're driving home or you're logging off the computer and going into the next room and you're on such a buzz. Having that buzz right now at 2 a.m. in the morning is not a good thing for Kaylene, because it means it takes me ages to get to sleep. So that's where the challenge is, more so than the timing. It's that post-meeting, I'm so pumped with everything I've heard that I just struggle to get to sleep. So that's the Kaylene drama. As a region advisor in this time when the world has been dealing with COVID pandemic and all the flow-on effects and trying to find a new way of communicating and staying connected. My greatest challenge as a region advisor is being able to continually support our district leaders to see the sensational, amazing outcomes that they're having when the recognition program, the distinguished district, may not be in reach. Because a lot of our leaders will come into these roles really with passion and ideas and hopes of being able to support their districts to be President's Distinguished or Smedley Distinguished. And right now we're facing different challenges that leaders of the past did not necessarily face. And being able to help our leaders see success stories and accomplishments and, you know, the value that they're bringing to so many, it's different to achieving that goal. To be able to keep them positive when they're looking at their dashboard and they're seeing, oh, we had so many clubs not renew. That the district recognition program is there for a reason. It's to help us strive. It is something that we do want to work towards. But sometimes there's other things that are more important. And being able to help our leaders celebrate the successes that they're having that may not show on the dashboard, I'm saying it's a challenge, but to me, I think it's the most important thing that I can do as a region advisor this year, is to let them see their value and worth, even if it's not on that dashboard.
That is so much valuable advice there, Kaylene, and you're right. COVID may have dashed our hopes of being distinguished district, but it's brought its own range of successes that we can still celebrate. So that's so true what you said. Now, you've hinted a little bit on this one. How, as an RA, do you balance your responsibilities as an RA against your commitments to your club, work and family? For example, how does your time management go?
I very much use a calendar. I use an electronic calendar on my my Mac that's connected to my iPhone, and it has to be scheduled. If it's not scheduled, it's not going to get done. I also, to keep the balance, because balance is important. We are volunteers, leaders in Toastmasters. We're not Toastmasters 24/7, and having that balance is a healthy for us, healthy. As a leader, I think it's important for us to have that balance and to live the truth of that balance, so that the people following us know that they can also have a life, a family, and Toastmasters. So it's really important to do this. So I use a calendar, and it's color coded. I have 2 different shades of blue for Toastmasters. Light blue is when I'm having my meetings with district leaders or clubs, Dark blue is when I'm doing the behind the scenes region advisor type work.
Mhm.
Green, I have two different shades of green. One is light green is for all my work in my business. And then the dark green is my coaching clients when I'm connecting with them. And then I have two shades of purple. And one shade of purple is when I'm going somewhere for K time, when I'm doing something for Kaylene. So that might be when I go to my spiritualist church. It might be when I go and have a facial. It might be when I'm going out for lunch with my mum. And then I have a different kind of blue, more a magenta, purple, and that is for Kaylene downtime, where I don't actually put anything in, but it's just time away. I'm clearly a visual person, so having those colors helps.
Mm.
I also appreciate, and this comes from my public service life, sometimes I do need to invest more time in Toastmasters, because like in the lead up for mid-year training or district leader training. And then there'll be other times I need to invest more time in my business. And it's being able to make that conscious decision that, okay, I'm going to dedicate some extra time here because I need to. And then other times I need to lessen this load and increase this load. So it's just being aware. If I would struggle without a calendar, because there is a lot going on and I would miss things. So having everything mapped out for me, visual so I can see it, is really, really important. And those nights that I have my 1 a.m. meeting, I actually have some purple the next morning so that I don't have to get up as early.
Yep,
But it's the choices we make. Yeah. Right now I am doing to help to, like I always, even being part of Toastmasters, we're investing in our personal growth and our development. As a coach, I'm doing the same. And right now I'm doing a course that starts at 2:30 in the morning for the rest of the month. And then
oh my goodness,
come April, it will be 12:30. So that's a conscious choice I'm making. So I block out time around it so that I can attend the course, do the homework, but still then have enough K time to recharge and enough time to support the district leaders. So,
that's excellent. And time management is something that we all need to develop, effective time management, and it just makes things easier. Now, you've touched on some more study, and that was the next topic I was going to discuss with you. You do have some impressive qualifications here in the field of personal coaching. Would you tell us a bit more about that? What prompted you to go into that field? And basically, how long have you been doing it? And yeah, just a bit more about that part of your life.
Yeah. How I got into this, it all started in Toastmasters.
Okay.
Toastmasters gave me the opportunity. Perfect question, Barbara. Absolutely perfect, because it really stems from Toastmasters. And the opportunity I got in Toastmasters to mentor new members originally, and then as I progressed through the leadership path, I started mentoring and coaching leaders as well. And what I learned, like mentoring is good because you've got the knowledge and you've got the experience. But I learned early on that by me telling people everything meant that they became dependent on me to give them the answers, but also they didn't grow as much as they could when I actually coached them, when I actually became curious with how I posed my question and asked, what do you think? What options you have tried in the past? What could you do differently? And when I started that, it just blew my mind, the growth that the people that I was connecting with had. And that is where this mentor coach passion came. And I did have this passion for years and years, because I've been in Toastmasters since 2003. And this probably started, I would say I started getting itchy towards this maybe 2008-ish. And so it took a while. In 2018, I finally decided I wanted to follow the coaching. And that's when I did the Craig Valentine World Class Speaking Coach credential course and completed that. And it reinforced, yes, I love this coaching, love being able to bring out the best in people, love being able to help them see what really is inside of them and having that come to the surface. Unfortunately, well, come my birthday, which was in October, I had a catch up with my dad. He visited me and we planned for me to transition out of the public service by the time I turned 50, which is in 2022. And the next day he went to the doctors. On the Monday, on the Friday, we found out he had cancer. And that was a whirlwind because that was a time where Toastmasters became non-existent for a short period of time. And I spent a lot of time with him. We lost him on the 5th of January, 90 days later, to cancer. And in the lead up to him passing before Christmas, he said to me, because I was asking in preparation for his eulogy what his life was, and he said, I have no regrets. And that resonated with me so well, to be able to leave your life without regrets. Yes, wanting to live longer, but that meant that after he passed, I navigated the path of grief in my way. And I was given the opportunity to take a package from work and retire from the public service. So I decided I want to live with no regrets. It's time. And that's what got me to leave and follow my passion. I spoke to mentors and they talked to me about the coaching industry and the importance of being affiliated with the International Coaching Federation. So they guided me to the right type of course to do. And then I did the holistic life, career and executive coaching and advanced NLP and imagery. And it just resonated so well. So it was in 2019 that I retired from the public service and launched my business. So coming up in another couple of weeks, I will have been on this path for 2 years. Yeah. And I am absolutely enjoying it. I am learning so much. But it's that connection. I always used to say, I would love to be a full-time Toastmaster where I could mentor and coach and work with people and help them on their path. Well, you can't really be a full-time Toastmaster in respect of having an income because it's voluntary. But I feel like I've now got the best of both worlds because I've been able to take what I've learned in Toastmasters, really made it my career, my passion, and my profession now. And I feel like I'm living the dream. That energy I got from doing it in Toastmasters, I can do every day. And I just keep, like I said, I'm doing a new course right now. I love being able to upskill and just stretch myself more and more. And I think that's why I'm still in Toastmasters, after 17 and a bit years, for that continued growth and that buzz you get from working with people.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kaylene. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Every time I've had any dealings, and of course I do attend peer group meetings once a month with Kaylene, your enthusiasm is there and it crosses over to everyone else. It inspires everyone else. And I hope other members have been inspired today by this conversation we've had together. Thank you so much for giving up a bit of your time to talk to me and in the long run to talk to our members. And we'll forgive you for not being a member of District 69, but you most certainly have a huge influence in the background that most members don't see. But for the leadership of District 69, you're there, you're the rock that supports us in our roles. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Barbara, and wishing you and all your members just fabulous success.